Hello everybody, gamers, fantasy lovers, and adventurers at heart. My name is Colton Wagner, and this is Dawnworld, a group of friends who, like yourselves, enjoy epic adventures, fantasy stories, and have a love for tabletop role-playing games. Well, the setup is a little bit different this week, and for the foreseeable future, we're going to be doing things not as we have been. So most of the players are not going to be here in person. Most of them are going to be joining us on a video call. So the setup's a little bit different and the video will look a little bit different. But yeah, there's not going to be a green screen behind me or anything. We haven't really decided whether or not we're actually going to do that or whether or not we're just going to keep it the way it is right now. But we'll see as time goes on. But other than that, we don't really have any announcements. So let's jump into this week's episode of Dawnworld. Alright, so last time, the party, upon exploring more of the city of Kazadzar, met a few interesting characters along the way through their exploring. An older elder that gave them information on the history of the city, as well as talking to a descendant of the dwarf that supposedly wrote to this elven figure that they found a note from all the way back at the Ziggurat in Eschenfell in the Wildlands. And this descendant of this dwarf Corin supposedly was a defender of the artifact that Kindred was trying to track down here and thinking that might possibly be here in the city, or the ruined city of Kazadzar, and finding out that the city wasn't ruined and was still existing way underground. But through talking to this descendant of Corin, Sybil noticed that they were being watched by an invisible figure and ran after the figure through the temple, and the invisible figure escaped. And upon further investigation, the party found out that the figure is none other than the guide that has been showing them around the middle part of the city here in Kazadzar, a dwarf known as Urvar. So the party did some asking around to see if they could find out where this dwarf resides, where he may live in the city, as well as taking the artifact that they were searching for to a trusted friend, Galandra, in the Living Tree Forest, and hoping that she could hide it somewhere where it may never be found. And upon returning, found out where this Urvar supposedly resides, and broke into his home and did some investigating around the house, and decided to stake out the place in hopes that the dwarf would return and that they could maybe get some more answers from him, or at least take him out of the picture. And that is where we pick up today. So, you guys are in Urvar's home.
Yeah, we didn't break in. We just let ourselves in. There was no breaking involved, actually.
Gotcha. There was no breaking of doors, no breaking of windows.
We didn't leave a trail of destruction behind us like a SWAT team.
Yep, we didn't even pick a lock.
This is true.
And we'll just pop through somehow.
Yep, just popped right in. Alright, so you guys tell me what the plan is here, any setups that you want to do, and such.
I can't remember. Is there a second floor, or was it just one floor?
There is a second floor.
Yeah, second floor.
And that's where his spread is.
Yes, there was a set of stairs that went up, and then I believe I said that there was like one other room, and then there was his living space, his bedroom, or as it were.
Okay, can we get a map of that?
Of the house? I do not have one to show you.
You know the layout? No. Okay. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I guess other than Raylog, who pretty much, I don't know what he could hide behind. I mean, he's kind of large. We would like to wait for this individual to come back to his hacienda, and then we would like to subdue him and then question him.
Alright. But is there any preparing that anybody wants to do? Or
Well,
is
I don't
anybody...
really know the layout. I don't know where I can stand and sit and lay on the rug, or...
Well, I'm working on drawing up a map here, so... You guys can... You guys can converse amongst yourselves here.
Alright, well, I'm a little guy, so I can hide behind a couch or something.
I'll put you in a drawer.
Well, I want to spring somewhere. That's kind of cumbersome, isn't it?
Put you in the fridge.
As long as the fridge doesn't have a latch, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I think you mean icebox.
Alright, well, let's not get...
Are you about to say don't get technical?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to spring too well if I had hypothermia and stuff like that. I do have a ring, though, that protects me from cold, so I guess it won't affect me that hard. But I mean, I still have a shield and armor and all that stuff. I don't want to be in too restrictive area. But, Kara, do you have an empowerment for, like, sleep and stuff?
I feel like saying something about that, but no, I do not. Contrary to popular belief, I do not have empowerment to sleep soundly. No, as far as I can tell...
I can just hit you in the head really hard.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
that's
you
not
saved the
empowered.
PowerPoints doing it that way.
I mean, I have recovery, have. Yeah, that's as close as I get.
Yeah, you have heal.
Yeah. I've got
For
recovery
after I
and I
hit you
have
in the
heal.
head.
Yeah, because I mean, if we can get him where we don't have to chase him, that's the best thing. And then we tie him up when he's unconscious, then he can't go anywhere. We remove any paraphernalia on him so he can't go invisible or teleport.
Mm-hmm. What time of day is it?
That's a very good question.
I mean, if we're buried deep underground, it's whatever time we want it to
Well,
be, I guess.
they have a timing system. It's just not like ours.
Oh yes, I am aware.
Yeah, when you get sleepy, it's probably time to go to sleep.
All right.
What are things like outside the house? Are there lights? Is it just really dark? Can we hide somewhere? Like, I mean,
No.
I don't know
What we're gonna
I
have
guess
to
what the light.
what we're gonna have to do is with actually here.
Oh, you don't have the camera for the map yet.
I do.
Just hang on a
Oh,
sec.
never mind.
Just hang on a sec. The angle of things is not that
You-
smooth.
Plug that into that other laptop, please.
The port.
Yeah, and you'll just have to press the button in.
Hold on a sec. I'll let you know when it's never right the first time. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, let's see what she has. Well, that's much better.
All right. The phone. Then you're gonna have to join. You're probably gonna have to get up and down to turn this on, so you don't.
Okay, there's Sybil. Sideways Sybil. She has sleep.
I just needed you to do the pen. I could have done the rest.
I'm getting motion sickness watching
Well, it's what we got, unfortunately. That's what we got.
Get there.
Can you turn the volume up on the phone?
Yeah, I mean that. Yes, I can see it quite well at the moment, and it's nice. Your light reflection is not on your drawing, which is good.
Yeah, we tried really hard to get that set up. We got different lights than we usually do. Somebody went shopping.
6. That's it. Oh,
So are these two different buildings, or is it first floor or second floor?
First floor, second floor.
Okay. What are in those rooms? Like, are there things we could hide behind or hide in?
This room here is like a living room slash dining room.
we can hide behind those letters.
So this corner over here has like a table, and like not cabinets, but like shelves for like plates and stuff like that, like in an L shape, and then there's a table with chairs, and then over
They have a
here,
giant closet.
Yeah.
yeah, and then over here there's some chairs and couches and whatnot. There's a fireplace over here, and then over here is the kitchen that just has, you know, typical things that you know, cabinets and things like that for making meals and
Is there a
whatnot.
stove in the kitchen also?
What's that?
Is there a stove in the kitchen also? a cooking stove?
Yes, there was a cooking stove in the kitchen.
Okay. So there's a fireplace in the living room and a cooking stove in the kitchen.
You say that again? I'm sorry.
Fireplace in the living room, cooking stove in the kitchen.
Yes.
There you go. So there's a chimney that goes up from the living room through the second floor.
Yes.
Where are the doors and windows?
There's
The front
there
door's
is
on the left.
there's a window over here to the left of the door, and then there was a window at the
Upstairs.
rear. Yeah, above, like for the bedroom. So like right above the door, and then there was also a window back. There's a window back here as well.
Okay.
There's windows in the kitchen, right?
There is no window in the kitchen. No.
There is no window in the kitchen.
No, there's no window in here in
There
the
is
kitchen.
no
Yeah. Wow, that's pretty dark.
Go hide in the kitchen.
perfect.
And we can all hop out like the Keystone Cops.
And like the staircase for the second floor
Ah.
is right here. Like that's where it comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is outside around the house?
Another house. It's probably like 15 feet or 20 feet between houses.
Okay.
Yeah, just lick that off. That'll be fine.
Give me a tissue, that would work.
Look like you drank some really weird Gatorade.
Yeah, I think so. That's side effects there, huh? Yikes. Okay, so the upstairs room on the left that you're touching right now is a bedroom. And
Yes.
what's the other one on the right? Is that like a taxidermy room or something?
Going in it, you would see that it's kind of like a mixture of storage and like a makeshift study of sorts.
So there's books?
Not books, but it's more of like whenever we like in the old movies for like maybe like Indiana Jones or The Mummy, when they have like a map and it's like in one of those like corked map type things. It's kind of like that. Yeah. And then there's like ruled up parchment that's like stuck into pots and whatnot in certain spots, and it's almost like a flower arrangement, but it's like just rolled up like paper that's like long ways, but it's like in these bowls. Does that make sense?
But you have cubby holes and you have scrolls in them.
Yeah, it'd be like a big a big pot for like a plant, but it'd be like he had. But it would be like he had a bunch of paper, almost like this battle map, that are rolled up like into a cylinder and then just put into these pots, like five or six of them in a pot, and there's like
Okay, so, yeah,
four
so it's not
pots.
traditional what we think of a library.
Yeah,
But it does hold reading materials in that system.
correct.
And is there sitting areas, a chair in a corner, or is it you just stand?
There is two chairs in there. There's one that's like set in a corner, and then there's one that's just kind of like not directly center, but somewhat centered to the room.
Okay. Is there a bowl in there that has bad dates or what?
A bowl in there with bad dates.
Yeah, that's when the monkey came in and ate a date and he died because it was poisoned in the dates. Yep. Anyway. Okay.
No.
That could have gone
He
so many different
tossed
ways.
it up and was about to catch it in his mouth.
Yep. That'd be it. Good thing he was dexterous and caught that.
Yeah. Going up so high.
Yeah. It's kind of prideful.
So if we go, so from what I understand, we could hide in the kitchen. There's no doors or windows that can see us from the outside, and we can hide in that room upstairs that's right next to the stairs. That also has no windows or anything in it, correct?
There is a window up here in the bedroom, but there's no window here for this storage/study room.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a window if I'm gonna read something. No.
And
is there lamps and stuff in the room?
yes, there's lighting throughout these rooms. Yes.
Okay. But it would be dark if the light is not lit.
Correct.
Okay.
Are they lit? Were they left lit?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you guys remember
Really?
Do you guys remember?
He left lights on when he left?
What's that?
He left lights on when he left?
Yes.
Doesn't he usually afraid he's gonna burn the place down?
Well, I was just about to say, do you guys remember the illuminating material that you guys came across that was being mined in the Elder Mountains?
I think so.
It was a crystal of some sort, but it wasn't like, it was similar to like imbumonite, but it wasn't used for empowering items.
It was just.
Yeah, I know. I was able to skeeve some. I know.
All of his lighting in here is that crystal.
Like those crystals, put them in little sconces, put them on the walls, and they light indirectly.
Correct.
Like it
All right, so there's no open flame.
Correct. And most of the lighting down here that you have noticed, is even for like the streets and stuff, is made out of this illuminating crystal.
Okay. Do they get warm while they're glowing?
I mean, they're whatever temperature the room tends to be. So they're not like, they're not they're not gaining heat from being on, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
And
because
can you turn them off, or are they just always glowing?
I'd say they're always glowing.
That's something you guys have not tested or were not told about when you were in the Elder Mountains, so.
Okay.
Well, I still have a couple of those stones. I assume they still glow.
Yeah, they're still glowing.
Yeah, they're in a pouch. So now, obviously, I haven't had it for years to put a test in it that way. But it's only been like 2 months ago or a month and a half. So
outside, so we're underground. So like, where's the wall? So are we in the middle of a bunch of other houses, or are we up against like a wall or something underground?
This
You know
part,
what I'm asking?
this part of the house, like where the kitchen is built into the wall.
Okay.
we're on the perimeter side.
Yes.
Can you go behind that and up against the wall? Can you go outside and kind of get over there?
Like over in here?
Yeah, can you hide outside of the house but behind the house?
Like back in here? You could, yes.
But not completely out of sight.
Because there is a window there.
No, like, could I hide in the nook between the kitchen and the dining room?
Like you
In that corner?
guys, if it like the way that you got, like where his house is, the mountain, like the room where the big cavern that this portion of the city is in, he's like directly on the corner. So like the mountain side comes like this and goes partway through like the kitchen and then cuts like this. So there is a little bit of room back here, but like the kitchen cuts directly into this wall.
Right, but there's space between the dining and the kitchen, like in the wall, kind of in that crevice there too.
Yeah, like over in here there would be room.
Okay, so not further in. There is no room.
He wants to go around the corner and be in that L spot.
Like back in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can get back in here.
Yeah, that's
Like there's
what
gonna
he's
be
asking.
another.
Yeah.
There's another house that's like built like right
Yeah, about
here.
15 feet away, like I said earlier. Yeah.
Yep. And then
Okay.
like the next house for like the street or whatever is built like up in here.
20 feet. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like the street or whatever is coming like down this way.
Okay, because like I could go like in that crevice or something, and then if I know that he came in, I could run around and then block the doorway.
Yeah, well, there was a back door, right?
Yeah, there was a back door. I believe
Oh, where?
I believe
I guess I don't.
I'm trying to remember what I
Where's
said
that?
last time, if there was a back door or not. I don't want to... Yeah, well, I'll just say yes, there was, and the back door is like right here.
Okay.
So, Raylog, you would like to go around the L area and see if he enters the back way also. Then you could block his exit.
Right.
So, like, right here.
Yeah. And we can have people in the kitchen and people in the upstairs study room.
Or I may hang around down the other corner of the house so I can see the front door and just kind of see if anyone's coming either way, and then move if I hear somebody or see somebody.
So you want to be at the street outside and in the front?
No, over where the stairs are, to that corner, and just peer around.
On the other corner of the building instead of on the far side.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so based on where that X is, I'd move like 5 squares to the left. You see what I'm talking about?
Back towards the kitchen.
No, to the
Oh,
left.
the other left. I see. I see. So if you went to the square on the other corner, you could see through the doorway or around the corner.
Well, I can see like all along this back crevice area behind all the houses, and then I can see around the corner up
Yes.
to where the front door is,
Right.
kind of over that way. Yeah. So like I'd peer at that corner, not that one, the other one. Yeah. And then I can peer around and see if someone's going to the front door, but while I'm standing there, I can also see down that long kind of hallway area behind the houses.
Behind all of the houses.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to be out on the corner there and look around, and we'll have like 1 or 2 people in the kitchen and 1 person upstairs in the study.
But then I guess, is my plan to go in through the back door where the dining is, or to block the front door, and then someone else will kind of block the other door?
Well, the person in the kitchen would be able to block the front door.
Okay.
And then the person
Right, so
in the study has an option to go downstairs or wait for him to go into the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of depends on what he does. I mean, especially if he goes upstairs, that'd make it
No, then
potentially
he's
easier.
trapped. Yeah, then he's trapped.
Yeah.
Then let's
Assuming he
jump out the front window.
Right.
Which hopefully someone puts him asleep before that happens.
Right.
Bye and good night.
right. So, Carl, would you like to be in the kitchen with your kitty cat?
Sure. Why not? Me and Kimona in the kitchen.
Sybil
Not
can
getting
be
cat hair in the food.
in the bedroom, and I'll be in the study.
Well, the bedroom has windows. Do you want to be in the bedroom?
It has one bedroom. She can be in the opposite corner than where the window is. So
Either
no one's
way,
gonna see her.
this house is
Okay.
occupado.
Yeah, but there is lighting, so they might see shadows.
Well, she'll crouch low along the floor. The shadows aren't gonna shoot up anywhere.
Okay.
Hey, she prowls around. She is part wolf, so I mean, she knows what she's doing.
Okay. Cool. And is there lighting back behind the house, like where I am?
No, it is dark. It is dark back
Okay.
here. The only lighting you have is from the street or from the alleyway. There's a sconce here and
Window.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, you have your goggles on, so you'll be able to see at night.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's also the street, which is lit up too. So I mean,
Well, I'm also just wondering, like, how easy it would be for me to be visible just with the lighting and stuff.
Oh, it's for defensive reasons.
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean,
Well, you
and
better
there's
roll your shadows.
there's stuff back along here too that you could like stack up because even back in like medieval times, like they would have had some way to get rid of like garbage and things like that. So I mean, there's gonna be cans and things like that set off to the side and just various different just odds and ends, whether it's a cart or whether it's boxes. There's gonna be, this is gonna be not completely empty. There's gonna be stuff here. Now,
So it's like completely sanitized.
what's that?
There's a couple obstacles here and there.
Yeah. Now Raylog's also 9 foot tall, so he's not exactly the smallest person to like hide behind
No,
stuff.
but he's using the corner.
Yeah, but I'm using the whole building as my...
I know. I'm just saying, like, if it was Toravine, he could sit here in the alleyway and be fine behind like a box or something. But you're 9 foot tall, so that's not gonna work very well.
Yeah, so he uses the building. Yeah.
Okay. So does that setup look all right for everyone?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kara has her kitty cat, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, it's right
claws.
here.
Oh, okay.
Can you not see it?
It kind of blends in
it's-
with the coloration, probably. At least it's got a black
Well, it's the
face.
size. Yeah, I see it's behind you. Yeah, it's the size of the map on my screen. Just looks smaller. In real life, I would have seen it. So.
You
We'll
can
take it.
you can click on my speaker or whatever, or my like video, and you should be able to maximize it, like make it full screen.
If you want that.
Yeah, if you want that.
Yeah, I do that, and then I'll make it the full screen of my phone by turning it sideways.
Yeah, I don't know if you're using a laptop or what you're using. But...
Okay. All right. Yeah, I see. We're on the bottom. It's a little demeaning, but you're in the middle, so that's good. All right.
All right. Shoot, I need that container again.
The mini. Who are you looking for?
Who are you looking for?
I know who I'm looking for, but who are you looking for?
I need this container.
Oh, wrong box.
Yep.
Hang on. We've got lots of boxes in here right now.
All of the boxes.
All boxes and none of the space.
Well, we're glad you're not limited in that resource.
As far as boxes
So we
go.
expect more. There's no excuses now.
We assume you mean boxes, not space.
Yeah, not space, but space is a luxury.
All right. So how long? Is there a time limit that we are thinking of for like? Okay, we're not gonna wait or do this stakeout longer than this, or what are our
We'll
thoughts?
stay here. We'll stay for a couple hours.
Okay.
I mean, we didn't make a revelation and everything just to not try to capitalize on it.
Okay.
We did acquire the stuff that he had under the bed, though.
Correct.
That is no longer there.
Correct.
Yeah, we took his Legos.
Yeah, because we want to play with toys too.
All right. So
Not for the workforce. I mean.
several hours go by, and it's about the. Let me answer Raylog's question from earlier for what time of day it was. You guys came back here to talk to the elder after having the whole conversation with Sybil's parents and everything. So you hadn't explored everything down here yet. You were still exploring upstairs, but you came back to the ruins upstairs like first thing in the morning at like 8 in the morning.
Right. Then we went down the slide.
Came here, then you did some looking around, went down the slide, and came into the city, did a bit of exploring. So right now it's getting close to like, by the time you guys get here to the house, it's probably like 3 o'clock-ish in the afternoon. Just from you guys exploring the city, traveling through it, taking in the sights, talking to the Elder, talking to Berolden, getting the relic, taking it to Galandra, all that kind of stuff. Finding Urvar's house, all that kind of stuff. We'll say it's like 3 in the afternoon. So
we'll probably wait when it seems like towards supper time then.
Okay. First hour goes by, and you just see Sybil just sees, and Raylog, those of you looking out the window or down the street, see just regular city foot traffic, yeah, going down the streets. So the first hour goes by, second hour goes by, third hour comes, and still nothing. Then on the fourth hour, can you roll an awareness check for Sybil for me?
Yep. Alright, that's a 28.
Okay. She notices...
Her awareness is a 93, I think.
Okay. She notices a... using her cloak, looking out suddenly on the peripheral of her cloak's vision, which this has been changed via a conversation with her and I with this item. Her see invisibility doesn't go to 120 feet, it only goes to 60 now. But at the edge of her view of 60 feet, she sees an invisible, like, hued individual, dwarf individual, cloaked, kind of, walking down the side of the street here, keeping along the building here, and making its way towards the house that you guys are in.
Does she see him gesturing to go to the front door direction, or is he skirting to the corner of the house and go the back way?
It seems like he is just taking his time, like casually walking down the street, even though he is invisible. But he's also keeping an eye out, looking around.
Like he's paranoid.
He is taking in surroundings, and also making sure that he doesn't like accidentally bump into somebody at random walking down the street, because that would just be bizarre.
Yeah.
So, comes down the street. Doesn't seem like he's going to be going around the back of the building. Looks like he's just going to go straight to the front door.
Okay.
I will put him right there as he is coming to the front door there. Can you guys see over here?
But I wouldn't notice him, correct?
He was walking down this side of the street, so no, you would not have seen him.
He's only invisible, correct?
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, he's invisible.
Yes, he is invisible.
They can see from this part forward.
Okay.
Okay. Sybil will use her sending stone and contact Raylog. Say, Raylog, the dwarf is invisible, but he will go to the front door.
Without anyone
Okay, let me know
knowing.
when I need to come in.
Okay, just guard that door.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of.
Festus is not out anymore.
Correct.
This is beyond his time frame.
Correct.
Okay, never mind.
All right. So, I guess I could have just looked at my computer because I can see the camera over here. Never mind. Lol. Stupid me.
Well, remember the battle map camera's not the same as what theirs.
I can see it over here though. There's.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had it memorized over there.
I don't like it that way, but okay. So he makes his way to the beside the door and kind of like turns around and checks to make sure that nobody's watching and waits until a time where nobody is on the streets like looking this way.
Your door open. Yeah.
Goes the door, unlocks it, and comes in and shuts the door behind him.
Just a side question, even though I can't really see him, when he's invisible, does he still kind of cast a shadow?
No.
Okay.
No, because the light just goes. The light just goes right through him.
Okay.
All right, so he's now in the first floor, and makes his way over towards the dining room area.
Okay, Sybil's listening for all this. And sniffing him. When she sniffs, is it still the idea she can't get a full sniff on him, like before?
She does get a scent of Urvar coming from downstairs.
But it isn't like she normally gets a full scent on everyone else. It's still a little not as prominent.
No, it seems pretty average to what she's used to smelling for everybody else.
Okay, so it's distinct. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Are you? I mean, I can keep telling you what he's doing, or you guys can tell me what you want to do. I don't know what the plan is here.
Well, right now he's invisible, so I mean, as far as we know, because if someone peeks around, I guess.
Kara, you see. Sorry.
She's the only one who can see him.
Kara, you see, looking around the corner here, you see the door open.
Yeah.
And the door close.
Does it creak?
Yeah.
Okay, that means.
Go
some
ahead
people
and roll
know.
an awareness check for me.
Okay.
Oh,
Am
roll
I
one.
aware?
Man.
Oh my
What's
God.
that, Raylog?
Must have been the milkman.
Yeah, the milkman.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Oh, I need percentile. That's what I need.
I make it.
Yeah. So you see the door open, and then you hear what was your success level? Do you know?
11 out of 60.
Okay, you're fine. You hear footsteps. Quiet footsteps. Go over here to the dining room table. You also hear your cat behind you as the door opens and closes. You hear like it's getting ready to.
One more time, please.
No.
He refuses.
It's quiet, but it's like one of those of like, okay, just like calm down and
get
easy. Mikkel also is there and sees the door open and hears the footsteps as well.
Okay. So, with that in mind, folks, what are we doing?
Nobody
There's
has
a body
seen
in the house.
him except for Sybil, right?
What?
Correct. I'm waiting on a cue
Yes.
because I can't see him.
Right, and if you went through the back door, you would go at whatever would be opening the door at that time. So you're most likely holding your action to jump anything that's opening a door
Right.
that you can't see.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess right away Sybil would go around the corner, and because she can see invisible things, she would try to put him asleep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me as she is upstairs trying to come down the steps quietly
Without creaking.
without alerting this individual.
Thud, 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 falls down. I told you we should have gone with no kids.
Alright, that's a 22. And her stealth is a 93, something like that.
She
that's a fault.
usually always says that she's terrible at stealth. Why does she always say she's terrible at stealth?
Because her rolls are terrible, I guess.
Let me, I'm looking for her character here. That's me.
Yeah, like anytime I tell you guys to like sneak, she's like, "Well, that's all. I can't do anything." Like,
Yeah, she usually does that. She's been pumping it lately, though.
Well, either she's kidding or like something's changed because she's.
Well, she went up a level. I don't have her upgraded one, but she's at 30 right now, and she rolled a 22.
Okay. All right, so makes her way down the steps, and she can hear with her heightened hearing. She can hear some muttering coming from downstairs. Kara and Mikkel can't hear it, but Sybil can hear it as she comes down this hallway and starts to come down the steps, and you can hear of this individual muttering under their breath, and they're going through some things here on the dinner table as if they've pulled a few things out, as if they've pulled it out of like a pouch or something, and they're like spreading it out on the table. And Sybil, as she's coming down the stairs, she sees the individual here, and as she's coming, she gets about halfway down the steps, and the individual here with the back turned just stops and like kind of raises its head a little bit as if like it's listening or it heard something. I'll give you a chance to do something or use something if you want to.
Now, this individual Is he still invisible or not invisible?
He's invisible and he has his back turned
Okay,
like that.
so he's still invisible. That's what I want to know. Okay, alright. She will try to put him to sleep then.
Okay.
So I have to roll 6-sided dice to see how many have left die.
Were you saying that Sybil notices that he stopped moving
Yeah, like
while she was partially down the stairs?
Yeah, she gets about halfway down the stairs and she notices as he's there, like, spreading something out on the table, that he, like, his hands stop, and he kind of, like, tilts his head up as if, like, he heard something, and he's like...
Right.
That's the pause that gives me a chance to do something. And...
Or to pause and not make noise.
Well, sure, she stops. And to put him to sleep, she doesn't have to say anything. That's quiet also. But he has something spread out on the table. Is she able to see what's spread out on the table?
Right now, she doesn't see completely what it is, because it seems like it is small, and most of his figure is blocking whatever is there.
She can see.
Oh wait, no, it's
right?
That's right. Yeah, no, she sees I forgot for a minute that he's invisible. Yeah, she sees through, and she sees a small piece of parchment that this individual has that looks like it was crumpled up, and then was laid down here and like was spread out, like almost like, you know, a crumpled receipt type deal. But it's about like 3 inches by like 3 inches, like square piece of paper.
Okay. Alright, it's 14. So it's 18, so it's 9. 9 levels worth of whatever he has.
Okay. So what's my...
Your modifier is a -4 on your wisdom.
Well, I rolled a natural 2, so...
It sounds just like you, right? Where's the 18s and the 16s anymore? Okay.
Individual does not go to sleep, and instead is just like realizes that somebody has tried something and like spins immediately around to see what's going on or who might be in the house with him. Sees Sybil.
Was this loud?
No, it's not loud. No.
Not yet.
So he spins around, sees Sybil, and then immediately begins running for the door.
Can we roll initiative now?
Yep, go ahead and roll. Everybody in the place.
Alright, I am an 8. Sybil is a 3.
I got a 5.
I have a 5 as well, Raylog.
Okay.
Roll it.
Oh. And then the paladin.
I have a 5.8.
Oh, same.
Same?
Yep.
Roll
Roll
off again. 5.86.
Okay, I got 5.84.
Alright, so 1 through 5.
Say that again?
1 through 5.
3 for Sybil.
Okay. And you guys said you got 5?
Yeah, Raylog and
Okay.
I.
Yeah, so...
Well, I also rolled a 5,
and
so give me a
then
second.
her.
And then I rolled a 1.
Okay. I had a
So
5,
You.
6. And Raylog had a 5, what?
what was your second
I had
roll?
I had a 5.84.
Okay, so 5.4. I had a 5.6.
Okay, so
5.6, 5.4.
Kel. and then Raylog, then Kara. Yeah.
Torvine rolled an 8.
Okay.
What did Cal get?
Mikhail got a 5 and then rolled a 1.
Oh. So he's before all of them. Well, the 5. Yep.
Yeah, so it's Sybil, Mikhail, Raylog, and then Kara. Okay.
And then
And then, the good guy, and then Torvine.
oh, the good guy and then Torvine. Yikes. Okay.
Alright, first up is Sybil.
She wants to go grapple that guy.
Alright, so...
Yeah, she's gonna yell, he's made us come in. She yells it loud, and then she goes and jumps him.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
Alright, she rolls a 4. Let's see what that is on hers. Strength.
Probably close to flawless.
She has a 16. That's 4. Yeah, it's a flawless.
Yep. Just makes it.
Yep.
Okay, so you come and she comes up, and as this figure turns to run, he gets like 5 feet, and she just comes right up behind him and wraps her arms around him from behind and grapples him.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Anything else you want to do? That's your action and your movement.
How long does it take for her to do her armor and stuff? Is that a bonus or a standard?
Which part of her armor are you using, or like wanting to use?
That puts her defensive rating up. She gets the scales and all that stuff.
Oh, that's an action, I believe, to activate the sword.
Okay, it's in the sword.
Yeah, it's the sword that does that.
Does she have to have that pulled out then?
She has to have it in her hand, yes.
Yeah, then she didn't do that because she used both of her hands to do the wraparound grapple. She's probably just gonna tell him. Let's see now. She's gonna say, Urvar, just give up, and we're gonna question you. Don't make this harder than it is.
Okay. There's no...
That's what she'll say.
Okay. After that is Mikkel. He comes into the room and is basically just going to stand in front of the door with his shield up and sword back, ready to attack if need be. Looking at Sybil, like standing there wrapped with her arms wrapped around.
Right. So he's holding his action, using his reaction to hold his standard action. Okay.
Let me check on one thing here. Nope, there's nothing else he can do. He's just going to hold his action. Alright, after that is Raylog.
Okay, I'm gonna come into the doorway and the back doorway. And does it seem like he is squirming around, or what does Sybil have him? Like what's going on?
It seems like he's struggling to get to, like he's trying to wiggle his way free. Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Not onto a Star Lord.
So you're doing non-lethal
damage, and you hit us.
You're doing non-lethal damage.
I just want to knock him unconscious.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Roll a attack.
You're using non-lethal damage.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Yep.
This is I mean, he doesn't have a dex right now.
Correct.
So his DR is like a 10.
So and he's medium, so I hit 19.
That hits.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
He's probably just wearing a leather or something.
So it is 14 damage.
Okay.
14 blood.
Takes a hit on the head. You hit him once, and he seems to be like teetering a little bit, but he's standing, still trying to wiggle his way free.
Okay, I'll hit him again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yep. Okay, so I hit a 17 that time.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
He's not laughing right now, is he?
Yeah, that's 18
No.
damage.
Okay. The individual goes limp in Sybil's arms. Just limp. And it takes a few moments, but eventually you see the form of this dwarf appear from its invisibility.
We're gonna tie him up.
Yeah, we're gonna loot him first. Any rings or cloaks, bracers. Well, Sybil would use her sword to see what would glow.
Okay.
And are we? And we're gonna do stuff out of sight from the outside.
Yeah, well, the door's closed and we're towards the back and no one's walking out back. We can take them up to the study.
Yeah, that's fine. If there's enough room.
Oh, yeah, there's enough room.
Okay. I didn't
We can
know
always slide that center table to the side anyways. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So whatever glows green or red on him supernaturally, we will remove. That includes Keith.
We are all up at the top.
Well, I doubt there's anything blue on him.
Well, unless he took something from somebody.
Yes, that's true. You got me on that.
Okay, so you guys get him up into the storage room.
Ho.
Whoever carries him plops him down, plops him down there on the floor. Immediately you notice from like setting this person down on the floor, this is not Urvar. This is somebody else.
You're not the dude. I thought you said this was the dude.
Popping up detect empowerments, you see that he has a cloak on that glows red, and he also has a ring that glows red. Other than that, he just has regular, just generic leather armor on, has a dagger on his waist that is just a generic dagger, and that's it.
He's had too much red
We're gonna
40.
take off the weapon too, the dagger.
So Sybil didn't notice that he didn't look like Urvar?
Nobody said anything about is this Urvar until I am now mentioning it. So it looked like a dwarf person, and grabbing a hold of him, she didn't see his face because his back is turned to her. He goes limp. She picks him up, takes him upstairs, plops him down, and notices immediately that his face is not Urvar.
Alright, well, that's fine. We tie him up. And he doesn't have any rings beyond anything?
Just the one ring that is glowing red, and the cloak that is glowing red.
So there's nothing green. They're both red.
Correct.
Alright. I'll identify the cloak.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Alright, rolled a 10. Which is... out of a 7. Which is a great success.
Okay.
So I know what it is. I know how to activate it.
It is the cloak is a cloak of invisibility, and it is just the trigger is just a thought of activating it, and that's it. There's no verbal command or anything. It just is a thought, and it makes the person go invisible.
That's on power. Okay. I said it was a green, right?
Yes.
Power level 3.
So after we realize that this isn't the person we wanted, do we hear any other activity?
Like in the house?
Yeah.
No.
We'll have the paladin guard the front door in case someone else comes in.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll stand there off to the side looking out the window.
And I think Sybil, because of her cloak,
Yeah.
should also at least be aware and looking. But doesn't need to be down there.
I mean, she could be back up in the bedroom looking out like she was before.
Okay.
I don't know why I don't have that. Act empowerment. Identify. There it is. Why didn't I have it? Oh, I needed the next level to know who was the last person to wear it. Okay. I'll identify the ring.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
Alright, that's a 6. That's a better one. Good. Alright, 17.6. That's a major success.
Okay.
Alright, get all of what I had before just as on major success. You'll also know how to activate the empowerment if there is a trigger beyond the norm, and the most recent history that it was involved in, and its name, if there is one on it.
Okay.
So what kind of ring is it?
The ring is a ring of blink, so very similar to ray logs. He just didn't have a chance to activate it because of initiative order. The activation is very similar to the cloak. It's just a thought, and he can blink with 30 feet into a area that he can see that's unoccupied. The recent history of it is that it was originally owned by Urvar, but it seems like it was given to this individual, whoever he is.
Does he have a pouch with money and stuff on it? Like possibly we might find if someone paid him to do this?
He does have a pouch that does have some coin in it, yes.
We also took that paper that he had when he originally was spreading it out on the desk. So that's not just sitting at the table. Was that the only thing that was on the table?
That was the only thing. That was the only thing that he was doing. Was he took that out of his pocket and was spreading it onto the table.
You're going to evaluate it. Okay. Is that written in Dustdorven too?
It is indeed.
Of course. It's in the neighborhood. Okay. All right. Well, he's tied up and gagged. But we don't know who he is. Can we take his shoe off and see if he has a name in his shoe or something?
I mean, sure, if you want to take his shoe off, go for it.
Yeah, let's see if he goes to a certain dry cleaner or something or whatever.
Is he awake? Have we asked him?
No, he's out. You did a good job.
You knocked him out. He had 1 life point after you hit him once.
He has no sense of anything right now.
If it wasn't for the fact that you guys that you said I'm using non-lethal damage, you probably would have killed him.
He'd be gone. Yep.
Like this guy is not much of a fighter. He's like, level 0, level 1. Like he's not.
Yeah.
So he doesn't seem like someone who would typically use this type of stuff that's on him.
Kinda, yeah.
Sort of like a setup because the other person's afraid to go back to his house, so he wanted him to go back for him.
Or he just figured, I'm gonna play it safe. Who knows?
That's close enough. But we have everything that's from under the bed. We have this note that this guy has that we can't read. Question. Sybil, when she sniffed his scent.
Very true.
Is that what's on the cloak?
But he said the scent was stronger than it was the last time.
Yep.
So was this guy sprayed with like a scent thing, almost like you'd spray deer pee on you when you go hunting or something?
You saying Urvar peed on this guy?
Maybe he just has like a cologne bottle of his own smell and he just sprayed them.
Mm-hmm. Like buck rutting? Yeah. Is there a certain area on him that... Does she get mixed scents on him?
Getting up close to him, yes, she does. The arm... Pretty much everything he's wearing gives off the scent of Urvar, but then, like, getting up close to, like, his face or his head, or, like, taking a glove off and smelling his hand, yeah, there's a different scent.
What's that scent smell like? Give us a name.
Nothing that she's smelled before.
Okay.
Oh, the name George doesn't come up when she's sniffing?
No.
Okay. Alright, well, the funny thing is, Urvar would give up his invisibility and give up his ring of blink, which are very prized possessions.
Unless he has more than one of each.
You know, they don't grow on trees.
Was he someone that might be able to make them himself?
Well, that would be on a high level wizard of some sort who would hand them out like candy, and you better be good on their list to get that type of candy. Yeah. Well, I say let's do a portal. Let's pop over to the dwarven cleric, and then we'll present him with this guy, and he can read the paper to us and see what's in the briefcase and help us with any dwarven there.
Okay, are we all going, or are we leaving some people in case the other guy comes back to his house?
I say we all go. Because how long does it take us to get over to the temple from here?
Let me pull up the map here. Again.
Because if it takes too long, I'll just pop up a portal and we'll go there.
Seeing that it's a little after 7 o'clock in the evening,
Yeah.
it would depend on the route that you go, but the only route that you know of to get there is through Area 1, which would be the longer stretch, but that would take you close to like a half hour or so.
Well, half hour isn't bad. Yeah. All right. Because
Like it turned off?
No, it needs to go down. No, it needs to go down because the bar above it is cutting off
like some sort of, not like a trap, but almost like something to alert us if
someone comes back.
Do it in the house.
What, burn the house down? I mean, what can let you know?
I don't know. Is there something that we can somehow sense when we're away that...
Alright, then, how about this? Sybil can pop Festus up. And he can keep his eyes on the hacienda, see if someone comes back, he can tell Sybil.
Okay.
That could work.
Are there other birds down here?
No.
No.
They freaked out when they saw the bird in the furnace room, that's for sure.
This is a fantasy world, Raylog. Don't ask questions. Just know it's possible.
Yeah, no, there's no other birds.
Like, would he blend in, or would he really stick out like a sore thumb if anybody saw him?
Well, he's not going to be flashing himself around. He'll be sitting in the dark areas like Colton said that I would be sitting in, so no one could see him.
Okay.
He's little, just like I am.
Right.
So, and he can talk to her. And even if he blew his cover, he'd be able to say that, I blew my cover. So. Now, the notes that I wrote, I can't find the name of the cleric that we just made friends with.
Brolden is his name.
Can you say that again?
Brolden.
Brolden?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, alright, it's written there. Okay, Brolden. Sybil would call Brolden and tell him that we just, we thought we were going to find Urvar at his home, but someone else took his place, and we have him, we want to bring him back to you.
And to see if you could read a paper that he brought back with him.
Okay, so you want to take him to Brolden, and you're sending a message.
Yes.
Okay. Brolden replies and says, "All right. Well, I'm currently in my personal quarters, so if you want to bring him to the temple, I can meet you in the hall."
Yeah.
The main
The
hall.
hall's a good spot. Yeah. Right now, this person is unconscious. We're bringing.
Okay.
So, I think we'll use a portal. We'll just pop over there
Okay.
in the hall.
All right. All right. So you guys pop in over at the over at the temple. Where do you want to pop in at in the temple?
There was a side area where there's rooms and stuff that wasn't in the main area that we talked about.
Yeah, there was the hallway for the living quarters.
Right. That way wasn't in the main courtyard. It was down
Correct.
there. Right. We'll pop in there.
Okay, so pop in there, and you see Brolden basically exiting his living quarters and hasn't even turned around from closing the door, and you guys are popping in here into the hallway. Oh, well, that was fast.
Yes, well, not much time has transpired, and we want to keep it that way.
Understood. So, you have Urvar, or you have someone that was pretending to be, or?
Yes, the latter. He was invisible at the time when we were apprehending him, so it was a little hard for us to totally identify him, but he did the same thing Urvar did at the temple here. And he also had 2 items on him that were supernatural. One was a cloak of invisibility. The other was a ring of blink, so he could pop from distances, short range, to evade people. But we were able to stop him before he used that item. And they have been taken off him. But we have not questioned him. He's still unconscious. And he had this paper that he was going to look at the table. And I would like to hand this to you to see if you know what it says.
He takes the crumpled piece of paper and says, reads through it, and then it says, "Go to house, wait for 1 hour, then leave." That's it.
How long has it been since he's come in? And someone
Not
like
long.
you?
It's only been several
It's a-
minutes. I mean, you guys
10 minutes.
You guys took him out in 6 seconds and went up and looted him for 2 minutes and then popped over here.
Yeah.
So can we disguise someone to act like him and leave in an hour?
Who are you asking this to?
It's a think tank.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing
Yeah.
hey GM, can we do
Yeah.
this type deal. So
Yeah. The only thing is we have no one who can activate the powers.
the items.
The items. The note didn't say anything about leaving the items.
It did not.
It just said leave. It didn't say meet anywhere. It said wait an hour and then leave. Well, the hour is still there. He's supposed to still be there. So I'm not. We don't know what he was going to do. And it sounds like he wasn't told what to do either. He had a bag of coin, which I have with me still. How much was in there, coin-wise?
A couple hundred gold.
Oh, so it's a good amount.
Yeah.
Sounds like
like a little over 250, like 250 and some change.
Is that the credits that's used down here?
You mean the local
Currency.
currency?
Yeah.
No. This is regular like gold pieces that you're used to.
So this is an outside source type of currency.
Correct.
Would that seem strange to Brolden to see someone here get paid with outside currency? Because you guys are a closed-in society.
It's rare, especially for someone that is not on from the noble sector of the city.
You're not from the higher end.
It's unusual to have someone carrying around this much, especially at a given time. Not to say that I know everybody in this city, but I can't say that I recognize this individual either. So,
looking at him closer, does he look like someone who might be on the poor end, someone who's not always kept up? It would be easier for someone.
He doesn't look like he lives in the slums, but at the same time, like I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Like he looks like someone that only recently decided that they wanted to get into some sort of like adventuring or fighting or something to that effect.
So he looks like Isaac.
No. Certified noob.
Isaac is well dressed though. This guy this guy looks like he's seen some dirt, so to speak. He's been down in the muck, so to speak. But at the same time,
yes.
He doesn't look like a well-seasoned fighter at all.
A novice.
Yes.
But still was able to activate items that were from the Deceiver.
Correct.
Which doesn't bid him well.
Which probably means that he is associated in some way, shape, or form with a organization that probably is not the most upright of standing, I guess you could say.
He hangs around poor Isley. Okay, gotcha.
Like, I don't know. I know Kevin's probably played Skyrim before. But like, you know, like an initiate for like a thieves guild or something like that. Like, very low end of the totem pole type deal.
Right. Okay. I guess we need to question this person.
And just to clarify too, This individual is a dusk dwarf. He is not some other dwarven. He is dusk dwarven.
All right. Well, the cleric should be able to talk to him.
That is true. Are you guys gonna heal him or do anything to speed the process up, or like how are we going about this?
Well, first we were going to make sure we were going to do it. Yes, we would bring them around, and then let Rayog smack him now and then we'll heal him again, and we'll keep doing that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So,
how much time's going to go by? Because maybe we'd like to take a half hour to go back to the house and see if someone pops up.
well, you guys essentially like knocked him out. Like with the amount of life points that you took off went into his
He's not
negative
waking up
life
anytime.
points, but he's not dead. He's just very unconscious.
Okay. Is he stable?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we could let him stay in torpor for a while we go visit the house and wait to see if someone will come back to the house then.
Okay.
Does that sound good, Kara and Raywag?
Soundeth goodeth to me.
So that way this guy stays tied up here at the temple, and then we'll go stake out the house one more time.
Okay.
And in that book, I'm sorry, in that briefcase that we found under the bed, was there paperwork in there that was written in Dusk Dwarven?
There was, yeah.
I would like to leave that with Bralden so he can mull that over while we go stake the house out.
Okay.
Multitasking. We can do it.
So,
Yeah, it stinks.
who all came to the temple and who all stayed at the house? Or did anybody stay at the house or what?
No, we all came
Because
to
we
the
were
temple
taking the guy
except for
dressed up.
Festus.
Okay, so we didn't leave Mikkel there or anything like that.
Nope.
Well, we could have
We
left
wanted-
Mikkel. He's not really part of the group.
We wanted to all be where the trust up
Yeah.
guy was.
Because
yeah,
my understanding
we'll say-
was you left Mikkel and you left
That's-
Yeah,
Festus on the roof.
that's fun. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you guys come back. Where are you popping in at?
The back door.
So back behind the house, or are you
Yeah.
popping in inside the house by the back door?
That's a good question. How about inside the house at the back door?
Okay. Pop in, and you see a figure laying down in the middle of the room.
Which room?
The living room,
Living
dining
room
room
space.
space. You see Mikkel lying down there in the room,
Ah,
seemingly
poor Mickey.
unconscious in some way.
Okay, Sybil's gonna sniff real quick to see if she smells Urvar's smell again.
Goes up to Mikkel and starts sniffing around Mikkel, and doesn't smell anything on him, but as she gets goes towards the front door, she picks up a strong scent of a familiar scent other than Urvar, and gets a slight scent of Urvar as well from the front doors area.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
other familiar scent that she smells is that of Fabin.
Fabian, yeah, exactly. Okay. Is that scent of Fabian still there, or is it a past scent?
It is as if someone walked in the front door, like came in, and then like she can smell the strong scent like going by Mikkel and then going up the stairs. It seems like the two of them came together and did something to Mikkel and went on their way throughout the house to do whatever it is they were going to do.
Okay. Then Sybil will say, Fabian might still be here. Everyone get upstairs. Out. Torvine, see what you can do for Mikkel.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go up to him and see if he's breathing and use my healing and see what's wrong with him.
Well, immediately going up to him, you recognize that he is breathing. He looks like he is just unconscious or sleeping.
Okay. I'll do a quick heal on him and push him at the same time in a vigorous manner. If he's awake, if he's sleeping, he'll be awake, and if he was hurt, he'll get healed.
Okay. He comes to, and he's like, oh, thank goodness you're here. And then he, like, looks around and is like, how long has it been since you've left the house?
Probably, like, 10 minutes.
He, like, slowly gets to his feet, and he goes, well, shortly after you all left, two figures showed up at the front door and came in, and I didn't even have a chance to react. I was knocked asleep or unconscious in some way, and I don't remember anything.
Well, apparently you didn't roll a 3.
No.
It's everyone else is running upstairs.
Okay. They go upstairs. Nothing really has changed in the bedroom. The scent does go in. Both scents do go into the bedroom. And they go to various different locations, basically where you guys already pulled stuff from, hidden compartments and stuff. Other than that, they go into the storage/study room, and I don't know what all you guys took from there, or whether you took anything from there.
Yeah, the parchments that were in those pots.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys already have those, so that doesn't really look any different other than a few things have been moved, but that's it.
Okay. So the scent and footprints will still just lead to those areas and then back out the front door?
No. It all stops in the storage and study room. As if they came in the front door, knocked Mikhail out, went around upstairs, went to the bedroom, went to the different areas in there to check for stuff, went over the storage room, checked for anything that they might want to take or might have been missed or anything they want to take with them, and then left.
Okay.
From that room.
Alright, sounds like a bust. The big guys have already been here and we already took what they wanted. So we need the jet, get back to the temple and find out what Brolden can reveal and talk to this dwarf.
I gotta change. Ooh.
So other than that, Mikkel, you're okay?
Yes, I feel rather rested, actually. Short nap, but I feel rested.
An involuntary power nap, huh?
Yes. right, so you guys head back to Brolden, and where do you wish to pop in at, or are you just going to walk back? Because that is
was that 5 minutes worth?
To do this, what you just did, no, that would not be 5 minutes.
We would have ran back through the portal that was still up then.
Okay, I didn't know if you just
door.
popped it up and left it open, or what the deal was. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I left it open because it's precious.
Ah! That is not Torvine. That is Kim. Ah!
Yeah.
That it is.
Now I gotta find.
Find the person.
Kim Skywalker is here. Yeah. Choo, choo, choo.
All right, hold on, everybody. I gotta rearrange this thing
See, that
now.
makes you feel important when you make them redo everything.
Not on purpose.
Oh no, it's natural. That you should always make the room adjust when you enter.
Yes.
That's a sign of royalty. Yes.
All right.
Right.
You have to know these things to be a leader, you know.
Nope. It's fine.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We're good. Sorry, whenever I pull up Discord, it anytime somebody comes in or leaves the call, it moves everybody's cameras around, and I have to rearrange
Oh no.
the thing. So I don't know if that's something I'll have to try to figure out to see if I can.
Post edit.
Yeah. I'll have to see if I can get it from rearranging whenever people come in and out. So, all right. So you head back to the temple and talk to Brolden. What items do we want to go through first to decipher? I know.
Has he made any headway with the scrolly thingy-majig?
I mean, you guys have been gone not even 5 minutes. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Felt longer.
Felt longer.
It did! Okay, don't come at me. It did feel longer.
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
It felt longer.
What are we doing?
That's what we're asking. You
You'll be up to speed
time.
here in a minute here,
Okay.
Kim. I think we're gonna have to. Oh, there we go. There's your dad's
You
back.
need someone intelligent on this journey, this quest. Where are we going?
Thing.
All right, so
Clearly rules you out, Torvine.
we
Yeah.
get back to Brolden,
Yeah,
and it's
thanks.
it hasn't even been 5 minutes. What stuff do you want to go through and have him go through? And what do we want to tackle first?
Yeah, the stuff that was in the briefcase that's written in Dustwarven.
Stuff in the briefcase.
You have a list right there.
That we left.
Which briefcase? Jog my memory.
There were so
All of
many.
them. The one that we pulled out and it had his items in it, you said.
There was a briefcase of holding. It was green. It had the Hydra cloak and all that fun stuff in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had 10,000 platinum pieces.
Yeah, it did.
But that
And
we
7
don't.
diamonds.
We don't need Brolden to decipher anything from the briefcase unless you guys can pull something from the briefcase.
Okay.
Well,
What else?
yeah,
is
I'll think books and parchment.
Oh wait,
Over my
he
hand.
had the list of Stalker. He had the Stalker book.
Yeah. Like his
I don't know
memoir
what
of the things that he's done.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
His list. His honey-do list.
Gotcha. The little diary thing that he wrote.
Oh, were there a bunch of letters too?
Essentially,
There were.
this is him writing down his day-to-day, things that he accomplished on day-to-day. It seemed like starting out, he basically was trying to gain standing within the part of the city that he was living in, trying to gain people's trust, essentially, to become more of an influential individual in the section 1 of the city.
You got tired of people laughing at him? Yeah.
For all of his makeup.
As time went on, he also was spending time at the temple, like scouting the temple out and scouting the surrounding areas, testing things out to see what he could do and couldn't do while on the premises of the temple, how far. Because you guys noticed, especially Sybil chasing after him, that he waited until he was a certain amount out from the temple before he disappeared. And from your understanding, there's an item or a relic that is in Bralden's possession that keeps unwanted teleportation or supernatural teleportation from happening within a certain radius of the relic, and apparently he was doing some tests to see what that radius was, so that was marked down in the book, and just took time for him to figure out where these effects were present and where they weren't present. Also trying to gain access to certain parts of the temple. More than likely trying to gain access to the relic or try to figure out where the relic was in the temple. He seemed to think that it was in the temple somewhere, but wasn't sure where. That's the main gist of what his diary contains.
Did it say when he started his mission, the date? How many years ago? Do you know?
It would be about a little over 60 years ago. 67-ish.
Okay. So that's when he was a plant. Okay. 60 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things happened with the Van Marsdens 60-some years ago, too.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
My foot.
There were also a stack of letters, I think. How about the letters?
Yeah, we dusted
made him actually look
prints,
at his
too.
notes.
Well, finally, something that's connected that he has.
Can't help it, I'm the one asking the right questions like a good leader toward.
So we tie up the loose ends. We let you do the main source, so that way you feel good about yourself.
It's
I
not
see it's working. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on.
Oh, all these markers are dead.
Actually, he's got to give them the card to read because he doesn't know the language is written. Is that big enough font?
The letters seem to be instructions or orders given to him.
Bye.
There is not an actual name written there. The only signature type thing that you would see is at the end, it is V, and that's it.
The Viren? It's not for victory.
These letters basically are asking him to, throughout the years, to be looking for this crown relic and determine its whereabouts and, if possible, to obtain it and bring it to Viren. Or V, I should say.
Confer.
No, you're right. You're right.
I confirmed.
I am not confirming that, it just was in my head when
Right,
when
right,
Mr. Church said
yeah,
Viren, and I'm
okay.
just like, it
Well,
was
wasn't
there in
Vernon.
my head.
No, you did good.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's
Mhm.
Vernon.
Got him in the
Stepping
palm of
closer
her
down the
hand.
road.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who are these letters addressed to?
Urvar.
I knew that. I didn't completely spell it wrong.
No, it's good. All right. We also have
Okay.
those parchments that were in the study room.
Correct.
Are they like Field and Stream, or
Are they what?
that's right? You're fine. You just tell us what they are.
They are sketches of different parts of the city and different parts of the temple and different. There's like one specific that is like an outside view of the temple and different locations that are that are marked.
Oh, here, what's in the drink? There you go.
Yeah, I will be in
That orange juice?
Yeah, give me a minute here. There's different spots marked with an X around the perimeter of the temple, which more than likely is where he was testing the radius for this no teleportation radius around the temple. They're all just sketches of various different parts of the city and the temple. There's one that shows the area where Festus flew into for the city, where the mines are, and all of the production for this new ore, the Ethereum, is done. It's just a bunch of sketches.
Are any of these official maps, and then he fills them in, or are they all made by him?
They seem to be all hand-drawn by him.
Does he look like he has a talent to be mechanical drawing, or does it look like hangman drawings?
It's pretty decent.
Wonder if he went to a vocational college. Okay.
Not sure what kind of educational system there is here in Syndaxia, but
Well, apparently they did the arts, because they had a lot of entertainment people in this section.
in Kazadzar, yes.
Mm-hmm.
This would be the zone, I suppose. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, we have some of these books that were from Long Fingers that open up and they show maps and stuff like that, and they're written in the Dwarven. I wonder if Ralden can look at them and tell us what the title of the books and what's the gist of what the books are about.
Most of the books are general like history and information about what the region was like before the descent, essentially. Goes over the town and that you guys fought Fingers in. Also is a book about the town that
The Giants are in?
that the Giants are in. The name for that, I'm gonna pull up my notes here.
People we left behind.
Gonna be Mern Bombad.
They're on their own. Stinks to be you, Tom. Murder.
The town that the Giants are in was referred to as Valodier.
It's not even close.
No, it isn't. No.
What is this?
It's close to Valhalla.
Val-O.
It's spelled VallodIhr.
No, try that again.
Yeah.
It's nowhere close. That sounds like alphabet soup. I don't know.
Valodier.
You're doing good in the start, and then all it says just fell apart at the end.
A lot different than Murder.
Murder.
At least that sounds like it has culture.
It's got something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about culture, but it's got something.
He's from like the Swedish chef. Yeah. There you go. Chasing a turkey in the kitchen. Yeah.
That doesn't make it. No.
That's too bad. Alright, so they're historical books of time past before they bugged out. And Fingers was looking for a hint that might lead him to know the whereabouts of the partial area of the crown.
What he was specifically looking for, you're not entirely sure. But he had these books set off to the side, and it was the area where his where the golem came from.
Like his little buddy.
The study. The small study side area.
The books were in a pile off to the side where the golem came from.
Which is where he made his makeshift, what do you call it?
His throne was in the middle of the room,
Yeah.
and then off to the side, I believe it was on the right side. In the corner, there was a pile of books there,
Right.
a small pile, and you guys pulled these books from that.
Yeah.
And that is the corner where that flesh construct, that golem
His
came
son.
from.
Yeah, that he really loved. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, it's kind of kindred to him. Okay. Well, Ralden, we appreciate you definitely shedding some light on the things that we weren't able to investigate with your native tongue. We couldn't have done that without you. We just have one more request.
Of course. What can I help with?
We have this individual we brought in that we thought was Urvar, but now that Raylog has made him unconscious, we would like to revive him while he's tied up and question him, and you would be able to speak to him in your tongue.
Sure, I can interpret if that is what you would like to do. Perhaps he speaks as you do, but yeah, if I need to interpret, I can certainly do that.
We appreciate that, because we have no idea what we're going to experience once we break it down. And as far as we know, there are no items on him now that are empowered.
Correct.
Okay. All right. We're all here. Actually, would Festus have told us that someone went in the front door of the building before they took out the paladin?
Right.
Festus did not see anything.
He didn't. Oh, okay. He didn't see a door open?
He would have heard the door open, but he didn't like see the door open. There's a little bit of an overhang for the roof, and he would like have to.
Yeah. He okay. Just let me let you know that he wouldn't have been on the roof of the house of Urvar. He'd been on the house next to him, looking at the front door. So that way he would see anything
that was not what I
open the
was.
door.
That was not what I was.
No, because he can't see invisible. So he would see the door open. So he has to sit on the perch of the house across the road to watch the door.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that was not the impression that I was under. So
that's fine. He would have been passed out and everything would have happened anyways. But that's all I'm saying. So, all right. Okay. Kim, how long is Festus up? About what? About 2 hours?
I think it's
Three?
3. I
3?
think it's 3.
All right. So he's still up. So he would have came back with us, and so literally he can also listen to this dwarf when he speaks, in case he says something that we can't understand. Though the cleric, Bralden, is able to speak back to him where we wouldn't be able to.
true.
So, yeah. Because we had that problem at the gate that then found out they could understand anyways. So, here we go. All right, we'll leave him tied up, and I'll heal him. Let me roll some dice.
Now, who is this and what are we doing? I'm
This
sorry.
is yeah.
While you're
this is the
bringing her
guy-
up to speed, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Yeah, good idea.
Go
Yeah.
do that.
Make sure it's a light drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were waiting for Chuckles, we thought Chuckles came in. He was hunched over and everything. Came in invisible. Your robe saw him and everything. So you were coming down the steps to peek at him to put him asleep.
Why would I
he
do
wo-
that?
Because you were the only one who could see him, and he was invisible.
The only thing I wanted to do was stab him.
Well, at that time, he heard you. Yes, he heard you advance. So the time for you to do something quickly was at the position you were at to try to make him conk out.
Okay.
It was before initiative happened.
Okay.
So, anyways, and of course, in good fashion that Colton usually does, he passed the savings throw.
Yep,
Which-
that's why I wouldn't have done that.
Which, yeah.
Nope.
Anyways.
Only stabbing from now on.
So
Only
the next
stab-
turn, you jumped him and you subdued him.
Mm-hmm.
You grappled him, I'll say. And then Raylog came in the back door because you yelled, "Everyone come, I've got him." So Raylog came in and he smacked him 2 times and knocked him out.
That's the stuff we're talking about.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so that's what happened. And then we found out when we got him upstairs, he wasn't Urvar.
But you still have 1 life point.
Yeah, he had 1 life point, but we used non-lethal force.
Why?
Because he hit him twice, he would have been dead. And it wouldn't have been Urvar. Because it's not. It was an imposter that Urvar gave money to go here to, I guess, to be a decoy in case, yeah, we were there, which we were. And then he'd come in and he had a paper with him that he was starting to read, said, "Stay here for an hour and then leave."
Okay.
So now we're going to talk to him and see where he came from and who he made this deal with and how he got the items, and then let the local authorities take care of it.
I guess.
Now, he was able to let the robe and the ring that are enchanted, they worked on him. So he's not overly a great guy. So he's part of the, like I say,
He's on the naughty list.
kind of guy. Yeah, scum and villain. So
Riff raff.
okay, so he's tied up right now, and I'm going to heal him so he comes conscious, and then you can ask him questions. And then the cleric here, if need be, will interpret for us if he speaks in Dark Order.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to heal him.
Okay. He comes to,
Yeah, 26 points.
kind of like this, looks around at all of you and, who are all of you? He says.
Well, it's like Loki looking at the Avengers.
Kind of. He says in Dusk Dwarven, which, fastest being there, Kim, you understand what he's saying, but he says, who are all of you? And Bralden interprets for him.
We'll do the questions around here.
He kind of like looks around at his surroundings and says, where am I?
We're just gonna look at him intimidatingly. Slightly angry.
I don't know what you think I am or who I am or what I've done, but promise you it isn't what you think. Pretty sure you have the wrong guy. I don't even...
That sounds like something
Like,
the right
he
guy
recognizes
would say.
Sybil because Sybil was the one that he noticed before getting knocked unconscious by a Vigon from behind. You were at the house. What were you doing at the house?
Better question. What were you
Housekeeping?
doing at the house?
And being invisible.
Breathing. No.
And breathing. No.
I was-
How dare you.
That's the worst crime.
You breathe
I
too
was
loud.
Legal and impure powers.
I was approached by a fellow dwarf and asked, told. No, I was approached by another dwarf, like me,
Yeah, your story's true.
and offered, a sum of coin to, take his cloak and ring and to go to his home, to a house and follow the instructions I was given on a piece of parchment.
So you just... okay, let me get this straight. So you were just told to take these two items that you were happily to put on. Was any of these items described to you?
I was given a brief description of what they did. I was told after the deed, after what was asked of me was completed, I could keep the items and the coin.
So you were told what the items did.
Yes, and he kind of gives you like a cocked head, like, duh, look.
Well, then you already know it's something unscrupulous, because these items are enchanted.
Of course, I mean, what do you... Oh, I see. You're all one of those types. I see. Okay. Ah.
Then why would you need to go invisible to walk down the street?
Don't usually get to use items. I've never gotten to use items like this before. So I was interested in using them and seeing what it felt like to be somewhere but have nobody know that I was there. But apparently somebody knew that I was there because here, if you didn't know I was there at the house, I wouldn't be in this situation to begin with.
possibly you not knowing who your associate was is your first crime.
I didn't much care who he was. He offered me powerful items and not. When someone gives you something powerful and almost free of charge, really, who am I to say no? I mean, this is going to make me better at what it is, what I usually do, and maybe I can climb up in the ranks of my guild.
Well, you weren't too wise because you didn't realize this was a wanted person, and you were helping him to escape, which aids someone to a crime, which you did do out of your foolishness of your self-pride. You are lucky that we didn't kill you. Only out of the goodness of our heart, we kept you from dying.
No.
It wasn't my idea.
No. You should be dead right now. Out of our mercy and pity, we kept you alive. And now we were looking for information to help you vindicate yourself. But I see you're just a self-individual who yourself was victimized through your own greed.
Say whatever you want, but I mean, I wasn't really a high-ranking asset in my guild anyway, so I was just trying to make a name for myself, as many do, and I was trying to take any advantage that I could get.
So this person that handed you items, you didn't even know what his name was?
I know. I didn't care. He offered me coin and items. For what was, I assumed, an easy task of going to a house and doing absolutely nothing for an hour.
And that doesn't sound... Suspect? Thank you. No, it doesn't, because you're
well,
looking for
looking
yourself.
back at it now, I would say that, yeah, it probably wasn't the wisest idea, but in the moment...
No, it wasn't.
I wasn't thinking that way.
Well, he definitely picked the right person to do it. So, because you are alive, and your items are not to be used ever again, and what you did was under a pretense that was from a convicted person that was wanted, anything that you were promised from him is null and void. So, and you should be dead, but again, we saved your life. Because out of your own foolishness, you literally killed yourself.
Tomato.
Yes. So, it is up to Bralden to see if he will hand you to the authorities or if to give you a, I suppose whatever Bralden would like to do with you. You are part of this civilization down here. And we were just following trails of evil that are causing pandemonium amongst civilizations, and you got caught up in it. So we'll leave it up to him, but you will not receive these items, nor the coin that you thought you were going to get. You have your life, which is far more worth than anything that you received from this felon who gave you that stuff.
Well, thank you for sparing my life. I appreciate being able to live yet another day.
Do you have a family?
In the...
A wife and children?
Not in the conventional sense, no.
Okay. Then we shall leave it to Bralden to what they deemed to be worthy in your situation.
He
So
just-
whatever Bralden, it's his turn to say whatever he's going to say.
He just sits there and just kind of keeps quiet.
Okay. Is there a magistrate in this area, Bralden?
There is local authority, yes. If you wish, I can handle it from here, or it's up to you. If you
I
wish me
think through the
to
proper
take
channels.
him and have him, taken
Yeah.
care of by the local authorities, I can take care of that, or at least have
I
one of
think
my
that's
other
best.
clerics, take care of it. But
Yes.
I'm sure you all have your own,
Yeah.
have more
your
important
affairs
things
are
that you
dealt
wish
with
to
the way
look
you
into.
guys do. Yeah, I wouldn't want to supersede anything that you guys normally would do for yourselves. So, I mean, we should of course tell this individual more about the Creator and the ways of the way his life should be different than the way he feels now, to give him that opportunity. Then from there, it's between him and the Creator.
Agreed. Kind of like pulls off to the side a little bit and is like, I don't think this individual is completely lost. I think that he is just very set in his ways and doesn't see the wrong in what he is doing. Perhaps he does not know of any other way. But yeah, we will do our best in trying to lead him down the right path, or at least get him to the right path. From the looks of him, he more than likely is just an underling in some organization, and probably just got, as you said, swept up into this whole situation with Urvar, more than likely.
Yes, he was easily to be a pawn.
And Urvar, from my understanding, is very charismatic and is known for a silver tongue. So, convincing someone like this that it is an easy win and an easy payout, and convincing them that nothing could possibly go wrong, probably is not completely hard to believe.
All right. So we want to make sure we'll separate now. Leave that fellow still tied up, and they'll send him out to the right authorities and to indoctrinate as much as they want, and then move him on. We would like to mention to Bralden that at Chuckle's house, we did run into a high-ranking evil person that was apparently Urvar came back with, and that person overcame our paladin, and he is a high-level, we feel, is a wizard of some sort. So he already has access down to your city down here. So that's for you to be on guard and vigilant for a powerful supernatural person.
Well, we should
And
be
that's why
safe, at least from anyone appearing within the temple grounds, but I can defend only so many within the city here, and I can only have eyes in so many places within the city. But yes, we will be vigilant and keep an eye out. If we see anything, next time we speak, we'll be sure to relay any new information that we have.
Well, like we know from the memoirs, Urvar was down here for over 60 years. So it isn't like your society is a total secret. There are some people on the surface who do know of your society. So, and we already know with the item they were seeking. So, as far as they know, it's still here.
Huh? I suppose element of surprise is good. There's nothing wrong with having them continue to think that it is here, even though it is not.
Let them still look into the haystack for the needle.
Correct.
Okay. On that note, we know the day is getting long now, and it's been a little adventuresome, and we would like to let you have your
Yeah, it's
rest.
definitely evening by now. It's like 8:30-ish, probably.
Yeah. So we would like to take our leave also, and we're
No,
very
maybe not.
grateful
It's probably
for the
close to 8
decisions
o'clock.
and the help that you have done for us. And for the Creator, of course, protecting the realm from a greater evil, from acquiring some possible strengths that would give them an edge that would disrupt the rest of the realm.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you, and it was nice knowing that the above world still has those who follow the Creator, and I appreciate if you would keep us, those of us working down here to further the cause of the Creator here in the city. I would appreciate if you keep us in your thoughts and your prayers to the Creator, just to lend us wisdom and strength as we continue to try to reach this city.
Just a note, maybe if somehow you can do some investigating in your peoples that do the mining of your special metals, if they are precious to you and don't wish to have people on the outside to acquire it, that would make it into a major bad weapon, that maybe you would take some interest in that.
This isn't the first mine that they've tried to sneak into and have successfully snuck into. And if Urvar's been around for 67 years, who's to say that they haven't gotten in there?
Understood. We'll look into it, see what we can find out.
Okay. On that note, you have a good evening, and we'll be on our way.
Alright. Where are we heading to? What are we doing?
Are we going to go home, Sybil?
I don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah. So I'll hang around the stone, and then she'll say home, and we'll go home.
Okay.
Okay. Head back to Morningdale and have a evening's meal. Anybody have anything during the evening hours that they wish to accomplish before morning?
At
I
Dale?
have a phone call.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a phone call.
Okay.
Oh, is the temple open at all?
In Morningdale?
Okay. Is it a wrong time code?
I didn't know if that's the temple that you meant or whether...
Yeah, no.
Okay, which temple?
In Morningdale.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's somebody tending the desk, yeah.
But do they have like where if I wanted to go in and like you said, anything you want to do, is there a way I could see about buying some items or something there?
Sure. I mean, is there anything
Okay.
specific you're looking for?
Yes. I'm in great need at the moment of maybe a sending stone.
Okay.
I kind of left mine with a nice dwarf who lives under a mountain. Because that's what dwarves
yeah.
do. He has a cousin named Smog or something down there.
Kim is like, what? I passed out for a second there. What was it?
I can't sometimes.
Alright, there's Kindred. Urvar's finances.
I know.
What level of ascending stone are you looking for? Are you looking for similar to what you guys already have, or are you looking for like one that you can send like one a day, or like what are we looking for?
I want the same one that we had, and that was 5 minutes worth. It was 5 messages.
Gotcha. Okay.
Torvine, here we go. I have 23,000. Okay. What would the damage be if I was to get one of those that I just had?
Be 850 gold.
850. I'll write that down. All right. Okay. Very good. I have a helmet.
Okay.
Do they have any just sitting around blessed one helmets just sitting around?
Yeah.
I would like to get a +1 helmet.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do not have that. What would that run me to get a standard +1 steel helmet? And then I'll be done for the night.
Let me find.
And then before I go to bed, of course, I'll do my remove misfortune, and I will extend it to double the time, so it's worth 2 days worth.
It must be over here. Because my prices for that is gonna be off because my armor prices are old.
Usually it's like 1,100.
Alright. +1 armor. It would be 1,000 gold for the +1.
Okay, that sounds about right. Alright, I shall do that. I'll be very grateful. Overnight, can I have that like monogrammed with like a picture of the sun from the creator on it?
Yeah.
So that could be like a holy symbol for me?
Yeah, you just want like an etching on it or something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. You just gotta take that to like a blacksmith and have them do it or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless they have a guy in the back with a Dremel.
I mean, unless you just want someone there at the temple to just like chisel something out, I mean, that's up to you.
Do they have someone who has a craft like that?
I mean, it's not going to be like a blacksmith level, but I mean, they could probably find somebody that would be willing to take a shot at it. Oh, now it's a scratch and dent. Do I get a discount? Okay. Sure, give it a wing. Maybe you'll learn a new craft. Sure. I mean, they wouldn't be a complete noob at it. I mean, it just wouldn't look like a absolute professional did it. That's all.
Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. Appreciate it.
All right. That's just an extra gold piece for someone to do that.
All right. 51. Okay. All right. Hey, I like to watch that a little bit too while I drink an orange juice. That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes them. It takes them a little bit, and then they find a cleric that comes over, and they have a little hammer and a little chisel, and they just start ding 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 ding, and just start.
There you go.
Making a little sun symbol on the helmet.
All right, I'll probably fill that in with watercolors later. All right, that looks good.
Okay. All right,
Very
Kim, you said you had a conversation you wanted to have or a phone call.
I do. Did I use my sending stone today?
Yes.
I used it to talk to Galandra today.
Yep. And you also did it to talk to Raylog, who was behind the house, to tell him information when we were waiting for Chuckles. So use it twice.
I couldn't see the invisible person that you could see.
Yeah.
I see. Use it twice.
Yep, you did.
You came back with a full sending stone, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I just brought one back.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We'll say we gave the used one to Brolden, and we took the fresh and Torvine gave the fresh one to Kim. How about that?
Sure, I like that swap out. He's not going to use it tonight anyway.
Exactly.
Yours.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's mine.
No.
My precious.
There you go. All right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna call Tristan again.
Okay.
And just so that way he knows it's me. Hey!
Sounds familiar.
Hey. Hey.
It's me.
Hello. It's me. It's me. It's me.
The problem.
Oh no!
That's
Not
me.
this person again.
Absolutely.
All right. So you say, "Hi, it's me."
Yep,
Aloha.
Is that it?
Do I hear anything? Is there like a no?
A few moments pass, and then what do you want?
Oh, I just wanted to know how your day was. Was it good? Was it a good day?
No.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I had a bad day too. I didn't get to kill that one guy I wanted to. Well, since we're new friends now and all, there's some like basic, borderline like basic questions we need to go over. Like, what's your favorite color?
The invisible kind.
You hear a mental sigh, and
Yes.
I don't know
Is this code for something?
how you know me or how you are contacting me. I don't know who you think I am.
Mine's purple.
I'm adding you to my no-call list.
I don't care about my chariot's extended warranty.
He then continues to say, if you knew what was good for you and what was best for you, you would forget about me and what you think you know about me.
I don't. That's why I asked what your favorite color is. Mine's purple. Your turn.
Ooh, it's a royal color.
Yes, I know. I picked it up.
I'm rubbing off. Yay.
There's
Okay, we can
no...
move on to like pastimes. So what's your favorite thing to do? I like horseback riding and painting. Your turn.
I like howling at the moon.
There's no response.
Perfect. I have those dots written in already. No worries. Okay. So what's your favorite food? Perfect. The dots again. Great.
No
Mine
response.
is bread. Yeah, okay. So what is your favorite season and why?
No response.
I like fall because it's pretty and I get to paint lots of colors. Also, long sleeves are the best. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do you know a funny joke? I know a funny joke. You could go first, though.
Good one.
I get it.
This is the joke.
Okay. So here it goes. Okay. Why does leather armor make you better at sneaking?
Because it's sweet.
Because it's made out of hide. Isn't that great? Okay.
There's silence on the other side, but there's like a split second after the joke ends, and there's like a faint chuckle as if like trying to hide it, but there was a slight chuckle.
It was like a dad joke. I liked it.
Okay. All right. Last bit. What is one thing that you're thankful for?
This call ended. No.
This call ending's just so true.
We made it to the end.
I have been thankful for the last couple months for the people that I've got to meet on this adventure, which is kind of crazy. So people like you, and that one guy who runs the guild, and the guy who cleans our house, who's really helpful. Oh, and that one alchemist lady who's really good. And the other people on the list. Ooh, that one guy got turned into a monster. That was kind of whack. It's not always been fun, but that's okay. I'm still thankful for those people too. Yeah. Well,
Guy
good talking for the rest of your day. Bye.
Nope, we lost her.
Oh no, we'll never know.
At the end of the call, you hear as the call is ending, you hear a slight like.
Oh shoot! I need to hold on. I need to go. Shoot! I was gonna do that. I don't know why I'm pointing at you so intensely. I need to get to Isaac. Isaac has my thing that I need.
Thing that I need.
Yes.
That's very specific.
He has the thing I need. So next time, tomorrow, Kingsford is the thing I need.
Be there, be square.
I can't make a square. Square.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think
Close enough.
All right. Anybody else? Anything they need to do during the evening?
Good evening.
What?
Got a ranger over here that's already ready to go to sleep in real life.
Well, I mean,
Ready to go to sleep IRL.
So that's usually the time where I am
I
already
think that's
shut
it.
down for the
Okay. Moving on.
Unless we want to do a quick far sight on a ship before. Yeah, I know. Just to see what the ship's up to.
I can look at the ship if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
still have some PowerPoints.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ship.
Yeah, the old ship.
I'll take a minute to think about the ship. Where should I look on the ship?
In the cargo hall.
Okay. Middle bit, just boop, right where all the stairs go. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's what, 5 points?
Yeah.
Which puts me 14.
Okay. You pop in and it's not.
It puts you at 11.
What?
I thought I used Festus again.
11.
Yeah, you did. And you did sleep.
So I thought I was at 7. And then I added 2 for Festus, 9. Then 1 for sleep again, so I should be at 10, so I should be at 15.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You're going the other direction. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you were going. Yeah. Okay.
Nope, got it.
I'm done.
Okay.
All right. So you pop into the cargo hold section of the ship. It's not overly lively, not a whole bunch of people moving back and forth. I mean, there's the occasional sailor walking from one side of the ship, from like one end to the other end of the ship. Seems like the ship is not in port, and it seems like it is moving.
It never is important.
It was in port the one time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks really explodable, you guys.
Exploding.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, unless
I think, yep, it's still manned, still got people in it. Looks like it's going somewhere.
Yeah, there's nothing really like sticking out as unordinary, like any like new figures that don't look familiar or don't look like they belong or things like that. There's nothing really.
Can I do one more pop into the library? Should I do that?
Yep.
Okay. I'll do one more pop into the ship library.
Okay.
The office. Where the guards were. See if the guards are still there.
Guards are still at the door. In the like office, there's nobody in there currently.
Okay, there's nobody in. Still look full of stuff.
Yeah, it looks pretty similar to what you guys saw before.
Got it. Okay. That's it. I think I'm good.
Okay. Next day approaches and comes. Sleep comes to all of you. And morning meal is had. Who are we terrorizing? What are we terrorizing? Who are we terrorizing today?
So many people.
So many possibilities.
Targets. Yeah.
Did we already? I'm just assuming you guys already break.
All we know is that Sybil wants to do.
Actually, we did not take a break yet, so we can do that before we start the
time
day.
to break, so we can have like a "What are we doing?" chat.
How about?
Yeah. How about?
All right.
How?
We will take a quick break and be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay.
we are back. So, what is the plan for this new day?
Orange juice, of course. It starts the day off.
Start the day off right with some orange juice.
Explosions,
Yeah.
orange juice, and stabby stabs. Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
2 things
Well-
Irvine likes.
Yeah, well,
Orange juice and stabbies.
Yeah, it gets my buds going when I drink some orange juice. Yeah.
Do you flower? I don't
I
think I
use
ever
liquor.
thought about it before.
If we water you, do you bud at all?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
Never
I'm
thought about
blushing,
that.
but I'm really budding, so yeah.
All right.
I think we're gonna call Suna.
Okay.
Yeah, not Luna, but Suna.
All right.
Double check how she's going with the compass. You want to use your new handy dandy sending stone? Break it.
Yeah,
The one you
handy
won't let me.
dandy notebook. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll call Suna.
Okay.
Ding dong, rat-a-tat, Suna, you there? This calling from Torvine, calling Suna. Are you there?
Yes, we are here.
Oh, hey, we were wondering where you might have went on your trek following that compass, if you're still doing that.
We have found ourselves outside of, or on the outskirts of an island somewhat central to the cluster known as the Cutlass Keys.
Da, da, da.
Cutlass Keys. Oh, yeah. So, how close are you to the Cutlass Keys right now?
We are, as I said, close to the heart of the Keys.
Are you next to land right now?
We have been close to the island that the compass has been pointing to for some time now, yes.
Are you like, you can see the land that you're next to right now?
Yes.
Oh, good. Then, if you get as close as you can, I would like to look where you are from the eyes to the Creator to be able to locate the land that you have been drawn to.
Okay. Yes. Give us a moment. And I don't know how long you want to give her, but
I don't know what a moment is. Mom used to say that too. Give me a moment. So that could be a half hour. But
Literally.
they swim pretty fast.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Like 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. I want to far sight her
Okay.
and then see where she's taking me.
Okay. You find her, or you find the sisters, essentially like emerging out of, like half and half emerging out of the ocean, on a sandy beach. And ahead of them is land. There's sand for like a small beachhead that goes on for about 80 to 100 feet ish. In one direction, they're on the right side of it, and there's a couple feet that it goes, and then off to the left is the majority of it, and then about 15 feet from where she is some palm trees.
Okay, is there sort of like volcanic rock or some sort that's there?
Not that you can see currently.
Can I see above the trees, like if there's a central hill?
You can see over the trees. There doesn't seem to be like a volcano or anything going up.
Hey, this would be a good place to put a vacation villa here, I think. It looks pretty good. We can have some tourists come over here. do I? Is there an area in front of her that could be like a known spot I could look at? Maybe like a certain way some of the rocks look, so I can keep that vision in my mind.
I mean, all of this looks pretty new to you, so I mean, all of it kind of sticks out to you.
Stare.
Okay, all right. Well, I was thinking if a rock maybe looked like it had a nose or whatever. I don't know. I'll be quiet.
That would be much
Yep.
nicer.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's vivid so that way I can, in the future, if I want to, pop a portal up. That's
Okay. I mean, you're gonna have like a good, like, what was it, 10 minutes, I think, is how long the far sight lasts or whatever. So, I mean, you have a good amount of time to, like, sit here and look at it and familiarize yourself with the location that she's at, to be able to at least visualize it in your mind.
Okay. I'll tell her you did a wonderful job locating this direction on this compass, and it's greatly appreciated. Did you run into any perils or trouble on your way?
No, it's really was smooth the entire time. Took us a bit to find our way here, but we didn't have any complications.
Well, that's just wonderful. I really hope you're enjoying your time adventuring and getting to experience things out into the waters. I really hope you're doing good, you and your sisters.
It is, we are enjoying our freedom, yes, and exploring the world once again.
One day we will meet up with you again, and then we'll see we can have a reunion.
That would be lovely.
And then maybe we'll take that compass and maybe put something else in it and see where we can go.
Until next time.
Yes. Thank you very much, and be safe and have fun.
And they begin to...
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
They begin
Do
to
everything that he wouldn't do.
submerge back into the water, but before doing so, they they stick out one of their claws and set the compass down on the beach before submerging back into the water, assuming that you guys are coming to pick it up at some point.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That means pretty soon because,
Title, swipe it out.
yeah, water, some local cannibal coming by.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's unless you want to say like, hey, just keep the compass or something. Like they're assuming
I
you
know.
don't want to like let them
The
have
job
it.
is done.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. That's good. We can get it.
Yeah, we'll get it later.
Hey, I had a really bad idea.
Oh no, another
I
one.
think, yeah, another one. I think we should get some dirt from that Aquarius place you guys were, and have Suna just show up with all those like aquatic elves and just freak everybody out.
Freaking out.
Yeah, absolutely. Be like,
That's
hi, I've been here the whole time. Yeah,
the
you
one
were
that
my
used to eat
friend.
us.
It's me again. Yeah, that's what I think we should do.
He's on the loose.
Yeah.
If only we had a secret weapon that could blow her up.
Should have put it in our hut. It's perfect.
No, it'd at least put a dent in her anyway.
It all comes full circle, guys.
Alright, I have to be quiet. Alright, good. Okay.
Okay, check one. Alright, we should go get that though.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah. Go for it. You have the glove, you saw the spot. Sounds like
Yeah.
Torvine
I'm
can just
looking for it.
handle.
Yeah.
Also look and see if you can see any islands around, and what direction it might be. And then I can maybe figure out which one It might be based off of the map. Maybe.
Yeah, to see if there's any cutthroats around there where I could find them. Okay, I'll use Mr. Glove, and I'll pop up
Mr. Glove.
on that beach there, and I'll retrieve the compass.
Okay.
And if there's any coconuts or crabs or anything, I can grab it, take back with me. But I like to look a vantage point on the beach area there, next to maybe some rocks, to look over the waterway, to look for other islands.
Okay. You do see on the horizon several islands on the horizon. Other than that, it's pretty much the description that I gave before. I mean, the
In which direction?
farther into the island, it does rise up a bit at different spots. There are higher spots on the island. It's not just completely flat, but it's not a like dominant like volcano looking like
Like a
uprising
ziggurat.
or anything like that. But there are parts of the island that are up higher and things like that that are elevated. But there are islands from where you are looking, several islands that you can see. There's one somewhat to the left, one straight ahead, and one to the right a little bit, and then there's also one like all the way to the right.
Okay. I don't see any ships or anything.
Not currently, no.
Okay, well, I'm not going to
Which
hang around
direction
enough.
are you facing, Torvine?
I'm to the right.
North, south, east, or west? Which way are you facing? And
I
where are
don't
these
know.
islands? You
I don't-
literally
I-
have a compass.
Well, that matters what he tells me what direction the front of the island beach is. If I'm looking into it and I see the terrace part of the island from the beach, what direction is that?
So looking towards the ocean from the beachhead, you
No. Looking into the island where the terraced levels are, because I'm staying at the beach, I'm looking into the island. Not away.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That is somewhat. It's like south.
I'm looking down. Okay.
Looking at the compass, you are looking south.
East. No, southwest.
West. South. It's very slightly west, but mostly south.
That way.
Yeah.
You're
Southwest.
it's like not looking like straight south. It's just like a little to the west, just a little bit.
Deeper to the direction of Praxis, westwise. Right.
Okay.
Instead of going east, which is out towards the ocean
So
further.
you are on the eastern side of whatever island that you are on.
So you would know that north or west would be going towards Ifazera.
Yeah.
South would be going towards the
Right, so that's
eastern side of Praxis.
Right.
So,
Okay. Now,
yeah.
but looking that way, where are the other islands that I see
They're-
if I keep looking that way?
They are behind you. When you're looking at the island, like inland on the island, the other islands are behind you.
So if I turn around, I'm looking north and they're above me.
They
Okay.
are, yes, they are
You're looking-
north. There's one that is northwest. There's one that is predominantly north but slightly west, and then there's one that is predominantly north but slightly east, and then there is one that is pretty much directly east.
Is the one before that more north than east? Is that a bigger island?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Does
I'm
it
thinking
look
that one there
further
might
than
be-
the one to the east.
The north. more direct, I think, is the one I'm thinking might be the one that has that big harbor for the pirates and whatever.
What? No, she's in the middle of the. Do you see the map?
Yeah, I see a map there,
Yeah.
and I see a lot
Trying
of
to figure
dots.
out.
I see a
trying to
map
figure out
and
which
there's lots of
dot.
dots.
Yeah,
There's
a lot
so
of
many
dots.
dots.
It looks like alphabet soup. Yeah.
It kind of does.
Okay, well, okay, that's a start. Okay, so I know I see like 5 other islands, and they're north of where I am. So we'll pick it up from there, and then I'll make. I have the compass. Is there anything on the beach that looks like it was like a foreign food or something that I could take, a flower or something?
No invasive species. Stop it.
Hey, I have botany, and I mean herbalism.
The only thing that catches your eye is a interesting looking fruit growing from the top of the trees at the edge of the like wooded area at the beach. That's the only thing that really like stands out as
It's
odd.
a flower.
Hmm?
Does it look like I could pull it up from the roots?
It looks like a type of fruit that is hanging from the top branches of the palm trees.
Oh, I'm not gonna get it down. I'm not gonna adventure that. I have a portal I have to get back in. So, no. Oh, okay.
Just
I thought
eat
there
it.
was. Hey, I don't want my bark to break out and eat the wrong stuff. Come on. All right. I can always come back some other time. All right. It's not going anywhere. Unless I get hit by a blow dart and I pass out and then I find myself in a skewer. I don't think so.
You're
So-
a stick.
Yeah, you just get thrown on the fire with the rest of the wood.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle,
What are you
pop.
eating about a stick? Come on.
People eat asparagus too.
Just
okay?
make
Man.
sure he's not wet when he
You're
gets put
not
on
wrong.
there. He'll stink.
All right. So I'm gonna go back in the portal and call it a day.
Okay.
Okay. Bam.
Okay. Next.
Next. Okay. We should call Alcus and see if he'll hold on to our explosives
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
He just walked away from.
I see that.
Ta-da.
Okay. I guess I can do that. Unless Marie, does Kara want to do that?
What do I want
You're
to do?
calling the captain the captain of the regiment that was at the that watch
Crossing the line.
tower that you guys approached you guys in the woods when you were making your way up to Dragon's Reach, and there was that one regiment or that one watch at the edge of the border for Avalon and Syndaxia.
Yeah, we thought it was a town, but it was just a guard outpost.
Yeah. That's the
Sure.
word I was looking for. A fortress outpost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A watch fortress outpost.
Yeah. They'd be surprised we're still alive.
Yeah. Probably.
But she wants
I'd
to
be
know if you want to
surprised.
call the
Actually, we were
captain
too, but
to see if he will hang on to the
Kinda true.
barrels of explosive that you
but we
guys
used the
got
vessels.
from
We
the
did.
ship.
We're cheaters.
Sure.
Okay, so you're gonna take the sending stone from Torvine or Sybil, and what are we?
Actually, it's a rental if someone else uses it.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, good.
Yo, Cap, are you there?
Oh, no.
What was his name again, Sybil? You may need to remind her.
Alcus. His name is Alcus.
Is there someone else over there we could
Captain
talk
Al.
Elkins, he's a captain of the Iron Watch.
Captain Al of the Iron Watch.
Oh.
Hello, are
I
you
love
there?
this.
Is this thing on?
Yes, and who is this?
Ah, you forgot us already. Hi, this is
You
Kindred.
guys- It's
We saw
been,
him for like 20 minutes.
it's been like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I'd like to think we're memorable. Anyway, hello.
Yeah, like he has no other thing better to do than daydream about the group of adventurers that happened upon the watch
We're
one
an
random day.
odd bunch, okay?
Yeah, that's to say
They
the
snuck
least.
up on us so easily. It's crazy.
Anyway, this is Kindred. We met you about a week and a half ago or whatever. Is that sounding familiar to you at all? We had a Vigonian, a Twiglet.
It is
I'm a
beginning to
human.
come back to me. Yes, a strange
Oh,
group
good.
outside of the watch. Yes,
Yes, okay.
vaguely remember you.
Well, we have some sensitive materials.
I love this.
They're
nuclear.
very, they like to really fill a room. They could raise the roof. So we were wondering if you could keep an eye on those things for us for a little bit, because you seem like a trustworthy guy, and you have a trustworthy type of position. So we were wondering if you could keep an eye on our boomy dust over there for a little while for us. Do you think you could handle that?
So let me get this straight. We've met each other once in passing.
Yes.
And you wish me and my charge to watch or keep an eye on what I can only assume to be some form of explosive when you say boom dust.
What did I say? What did I call it? I
you
want to
said
hear
boom
this
dust.
very serious guy with his unimpressed face.
And why would I agree to such a
Why?
thing?
What does
To keep
why?
it from falling into the wrong hands where the boomy dusts the wrong spot.
And you have no authorities around where you are at that you
Where
could
we
hand
are
this
at-
over to.
Where we are at, we are
We are where we
The
are at. We
most
are
authority-
where we are at. We are.
Hush!
Yes, very
are
much
where
so.
I would not be
Hey,
awake
you
right
guys
now.
jab at me when I struggle over my words.
I would
so.
not be awake
No,
right
you're
now.
100% right. We are where
But
we're
here
at.
I am.
I dig it.
Where we are at right now, we are the most authoritative figures that are here as far as the outside world is concerned.
Oh,
so,
no.
yeah,
Who let
You're
me
next.
into me? Oh gosh.
She's pulling rank.
you're the next best thing we got. So I'm really hoping you say
Got.
yes.
You're not selling this in any way.
Roll a persuasion check, I suppose.
I suppose.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Time to put the cha-cha to use. Okay.
Just so you know, I don't have any better ideas, so please don't mess this up. Oh boy.
I can't see what that was.
We're just gonna have to put it in the farmhouse. That's all.
Just stick it in the barn. I'm moving my horse.
Well, no one's gonna know. We could just do it through the portal, and no one will see anyone carry
I
stuff.
needed a
suspicious
13.
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Okay.
So I hope you're happy.
Stuff. What was your target?
She needed a 13 and she rolled a 15.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I smurfed it.
As trustworthy as I believe your group to be, I cannot just allow individuals in whom we met in passing to just use
substance.
us as some sort of storage facility. Again, if you wish to get rid of this, I'm sure there's some sort of authority that you could give it to. Some
Disposal
form of,
unit.
I don't know, constable or...
Like who?
I don't know.
You don't
I
know
am not
this
aware
area.
of where
No, we're
you
not trying to
See,
do
you
it.
don't
currently
even know.
reside.
You don't even know, and you're the one familiar with this area.
You called me asking
That I
to
did.
store explosives in my
Outpost.
outpost. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You seem to
Pretty
have
close
the
enough.
facility that is best
Uh-oh.
suited for this job, and it's not for a long time. It's just until we get out of this mission that we are currently fulfilling.
Are you familiar with Kingsford?
Maybe.
Or this is not a either yes or no, you are or you aren't. You've either been or you haven't been.
Have been in the past, yes. Do we want to go right now?
Well, then
back
you know
there?
of
No.
somewhere that you could possibly drop this off and it could possibly be used in some way. If you wish to get rid of it.
That may be so. However, we're kind of busy at the moment.
Bring explosives to the capital.
Alright, it's a bust.
We're kind of busy at the moment.
Okay. I mean, you did not convince him that this is like worth his while to do this.
Even
Yeah,
with
but he
this,
doesn't
so-
just say nothing. He says, "I'm sorry, goodbye," or something like that.
After your
He's
5
already
minutes
giving
of
you,
goodbye-
yeah, like he's already giving you like an answer pretty much, and is like, okay, well, like, why are you pawning this off on me? Like, why don't you try to give it to somebody else? I'm sure there's someone that's closer that you could give it to. Is essentially what he's saying.
Alright, well thank you for your time in this matter and have a good day.
You know.
Can't say we didn't try.
There you go. Give it the old Gipper truck. Alright,
I guess we could call it that. Alright.
yeah, we'll call it.
Cool, cool. Alright, so the bard.
Does now the farmhouse has a root cellar, right?
I
They're
don't
all
know.
good farmhouses. It's been there for centuries, right?
I actually don't know if we have a cellar.
Well, the storyteller can tell us.
Do we know if we have a cellar?
And we
For
have
the
people.
Cathorn
For the farm
Yeah.
or for the farmhouse.
Yeah, the farmhouse.
House.
The farmhouse does have a small cellar, yes.
And it's big enough to house our barrels, right?
Yeah, you could fit the barrels in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those where the entrance is on the outside and it kind of goes down in, and there's a small underground
Alright, sounds like we'll do that then.
cellar.
Yeah. We'll put it down there.
Okay. That works.
We'll tell
Any
everyone to not
any
be
concluding things that we can wrap up quick before we cut it here at 11 o'clock?
Well, we did the quick things, and they didn't
Yeah.
always seem so quick.
That we did.
Yes.
I think our next step is just to go to Kingsford.
Be like, somebody take this boomy dust, so we can get back
The
to what
boomy
we're
dust
doing.
is going in the cellar at the farmhouse. That's what we just
Yeah.
went over.
Take it
Yeah.
away.
It's storage.
slowing us
'Cause we
down.
want it.
We do want it.
Yeah, we do want it.
Trying to
Yes.
use it.
But not right now.
Then we convince Isaac that he wants to go on this trip with us.
Yeah, why don't you do that first? We'll talk to Isaac.
Okay.
Okay.
We call Galterus. Ring ring, we're gonna pop in real quick.
Ring ring.
Okay.
Popping in.
Yeah, you have to start using ring ring now when you start talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
He
we pop
understands.
in.
Yep.
All right. Where are we using the recall stone or?
Yes.
Okay. Pop up in his office, and he is not there presently, but is only like a 30 seconds or so, and then you hear.
No, we're not waiting for.
Okay.
I don't think. I just don't
We're
think
not
we are.
there for him. No.
Oh, okay. Well, you pop in and you go to exit the office, and he is currently walking down the hallway towards his office to be there when you guys pop in.
We kind of
At least
scurry
it's
away
not
from
like the awkward, like you reach for the doorknob and it's not there because someone
Yeah.
just.
No, he's like a good
He's down the hallway.
30 feet or so down the hallway.
All right.
You would kind of jet past him, wave at him, keep going.
Hello, nice to. Oh, okay.
Yep.
He
Hey, bye.
kind of like stops in the hallway and. Okay, and then goes slowly follows you guys, but like, all right, well, I guess I'm not needed. All right, where are we going in the
temple?
Oh, okay.
Yep. To get Isaac.
All right. Show up. Isaac is in the middle of his normal morning reading, I suppose.
I thought he was giving his theological seminars
Yeah,
to
there
the
you go.
newbies.
There you go. He can be found there in the main hall of the temple and is just leaning up, sitting on a bench, leaning up against the wall, has a book in his hand and is just sitting there chilling, reading a book.
Okay, I'm gonna get some new berries while I'm there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna like sneak up on him and shake his book.
Excuse. Oh, well, hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Good to see you. What do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, it's gonna be a thing. We're going to try to do something exciting today.
Oh, okay. And he kind of quickly like claps the book close and. All right, well, and he reaches over into a pouch and slips the book in there. So, where are we off to this time as he begins to stand up?
A boat.
It's a nautical scene. Yes.
He's like halfway up and he's like, sits back down. It's like, another boat? Is it the same boat?
It's not the same boat.
Different boat.
A different boat.
It's definitely not the one we got the boomy
but
dust
It's
from.
different.
Should I
This is the one
expect a
that,
similar experience as the other boat?
Not you. We will, but your job's your part in this plan is a little bit less
Involved.
spiky. Oh, it's involved. It's just not spiky.
You'll just be peeking in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Well, and he stands up and, well, after you then.
Fantastic. And we'll kind of go to a secure place to talk over the plan, I guess.
Yeah. We'll tell him about he's Portal Patrol, and we plan on using it to take items off the boat before we blow it up.
Yeah.
And you're to teleport some stuff off it before we blow it up.
Isaac's movers.
Yeah. You're like a
Start
moving
side business.
We'll
Yeah.
make a distraction elsewhere on the ship, so they will hopefully come and like try and pokey us, and then you'll have free reign to just kind of whoop.
Yep. And then we'll heave whole explosives on it and blow it up.
And goodbye. That's the goal.
Couple of
Bad guy boat, bye-bye. make bad guy mad and sad, but make us happy.
Yeah. On the inside.
Oh,
Outside.
most definitely. Yes.
I'm happy on the outside already.
All right. Well, I guess that is where we will pick up. Is this boat heist
Boom,
once
boom,
again? But that's
Mission
where,
Impossible.
yeah, that's where bump 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 bump. We will pick up there next time.
We'll wreck Tom Cruise out.
Yep. As my words get away from me and I can't talk as it is now late.
Move.
But yeah, that's where we'll pick up next time. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.